thank you to Grassroots, and we just want to recognize some of our workers. Miss Donna over there, Miss Kathy, Miss Chris, and Miss Chloe. Chloe was one of our first. She started out here with me, and she went on to Benedict College. She was an All-American. Teachers talking. And she did really well. Now she's coming back to help us with all of our kids. As you can see, we start them very young. We don't discriminate. We educate. Scheper Tennis Academy. One Love Tennis, where everybody is somebody. And I'm going to end it.
Some may ask, why is tennis important? First of all, tennis is fun. Primarily, you can start almost from the cradle to the grave. Again, let me emphasize, you can start tennis when you're 3, 4, 5, 6 years old and play right up to your 85. It's gender friendly. I mean, guys can play mixed doubles. Guys and girls can play against each other. It's age friendly. A 20-year-old can play a 10-year-old. A 10-year-old can play an 80-year-old tennis match or game. And again, physical fitness, there's some degree of running. Or if you don't want to run down points, you can just move on to the next one. And one of the things that American Tennis Association was in hot pursuit of, and others today are in hot pursuit of, are tennis scholarships to colleges, schools. All these programs, schools and colleges have tennis. So therefore, why don't you join in the fun? And that's where I started, about fun, from the cradle to the grave. That is tennis. Thank you.
Hello, I am Kimberly Trapp. I am the daughter to Larry Shepard. He is my stepdad. He's married to my mom. He brought me into Beaufort, also introduced me to the game of tennis. I've been playing since I was about 9 years old. He's taught me how to play. I grew up watching him play in tournaments here locally in Beaufort. During the Gullah Festival and the Waller Festival, they used to have tournaments. Currently, I moved back so that I could help him support his efforts in the community in terms of giving back to the community, giving this opportunity of tennis to underprivileged youth. I'm all about tennis. I live tennis just like my stepdad, and he's instilled that into me, and I think it's a great opportunity. It's a lifelong sport. I play on an adult league. I coach a high school tennis team at Battery Creek. And I also have children that play tennis, both my boys, my sister, my mom, and my dad. This is something that we enjoy and we have a strong passion for in giving back to the community. All kids should play tennis. All kids should play sports, but tennis is an amazing sport. So I encourage everyone to, if you're not already playing, get into it. This year in August, we took 17 kids to the National American Tennis Association Championship in Orlando, Florida. Out of the 17 kids, we didn't take home, we took home 2 wins. And it was great. The kids had a great experience. It was something for them to learn. There were national tennis players all over the facility, all kinds of rank. Mike Tyson's daughter was there. She's number 4 in the state of California. We had some number 4s in Florida, some of the top tennis players in the nation. In addition, my sister, D Shepard, daughter of Larry Shepard, brought home the championship trophy for the 4-0 doubles. She played with Liz Culpepper, and I brought home the finalist trophy in the 3.5 singles and doubles.
Thursday night under the lights with Shepard Tennis.
Good try. And your racket is back. Good, and I may come around in a second, okay? I am coming around. Perfect. I am coming around right now. Just to show you one thing, okay? Hello, I'm Larry D Shepard, son of Julia and Asa Scheper, grandson of Helen Scheper, grandson of Willie Fred Mitchell. I am here today to tell you my story, which is how I grew up in the Low Country and the South, getting introduced to tennis at a young age. And therefore, tennis took me to college, where I played tennis, and now I'm a professional tennis instructor. Who would have ever thought this would happen for a young man from the little old city of Beaufort, South Carolina, where at times I had to sit behind the bushes just to get on court. Now look at me. I'm here, I'm representing the community, and for the gentleman that taught me the game of tennis, thank you very much, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you, Mr. Kenneth Singleton. Thank you, Mr. Lynn Brown. Thank you, Arnold C. Mitchell, for all your teachings in reference to sports. There'll never be another coach like you guys, so I'm here to carry the torch. That's what we're doing in this community now, so One Love Tennis, where everybody is somebody. Thank you. This time, the last year of high school, I found myself kind of really giving back to the community after elders kind of took me in and they saw something maybe special in me, I don't know, but I started teaching tennis at that age. You know, I wanted to give back and show the guys what I've learned as far as tennis and being a role model in the neighborhood for the other little kids. So therefore, I would continue to play tennis, but you know, a lot of people in the neighborhood helped me, so that's why I give back. You know, one of my greatest memories of the times that they had the Water Festival, I got a chance to play against one of the legends in Beaufort in tennis, Dr. Louis Remke. And I have the honor of helping his grandson right now, Joseph Combs. But anyway, you know, when you got a chance to play against Dr. Remke, that meant you were really a tennis player. Because he was always #1 in the state in his age group. He was humble. He always helped. He was a nice guy. So a few times I got a chance to play him in the finals of the Water Festival, singles and doubles. It was a great match. He was a great player. I learned a lot from him. I remember this one particular time we played, and he hit a really good shot over my head, and I ran back and kind of did the between the leg shots. They call it the tweener now. That was introduced to tennis by Yannick Noah, not Andre Agassi. But anyway, I went back, I got between the legs and hit a winner. So, out of respect for me, he ran out of the car. I ran out of the gate, got in his car, and kind of rest for a second, and then came back into the court. He was saying that was just a salute to me because of a great shot I hit. So that's one of the greatest memories that I have of the Water Festival. And man, those are some great years, playing and being able to win all those championships. So, you know, that means a lot to me. Oh, and just like these rings mean a lot to me. You know, I have 6. These are from my high school team, where my daughter led the way. You know, I passed that school all the time as a youth, growing up, going to see my relatives on the island. The thing about it is, being that who I am, some of our relatives opened that school up. So, of course, back then, I didn't really know what that meant. And so now, being that I'm the head tennis coach there, and being that I did meet one of my relatives that did start the school, was a great honor. So that was good for me. And being that my daughter graduated from there, but also attended the public schools here in Beaufort. That was great, and her being a scholar was even better. But this was a lot of hard work. We put in a lot of time, you know, and I've been blessed to have some really good players that have very good work habits in the classroom and out the classroom. So now I have my 2 grandsons playing. They also have state championships. So we keep it in the family. My wife's also a player, and she does very well on court. My 2 daughters are also pretty good. So we keep it all in the family. We're going to continue to do that. Now we are all a part of Scheper Tennis Academy. So that's what we do. One love tennis, all the time.
The Scheper Tennis Academy operates out of the Beaufort Recreation Tennis Courts, where the 7 courts are located on Boundary Street. That would be Boundary and 105 Bladen Street, zip code 29902. If you need to call them, you can call them at 843-441-2935. Or when you want to also figure out or find out when exactly Mr. Scheper is on the court, you can go on the Facebook page, and that's Larry Scheper or Scheper Tennis Academy. Scheper, Scheper, Tennis Academy. There you will find the daily events, sometimes weekly events. Of course, you might want to keep an eye out for the trunk or treat, the Christmas event, and of course, New Year's, as well as the spring break camp that he runs also, which was a success last year. Thank you so much. Enjoy.